Guys, what is up? What is good? What is good? Now we're not in the mobile office, guys. We're actually in the real rural office today. So welcome back to the channel, where you got a grown man sitting here sniffing his farts. You give me an idea? Ooh, stinky, stinky, stinky. Because I smell some bullshit. That's what I'm smelling. That's what I'm smelling, guys. That's what I'm smelling. I'm also smelling my fart, which is pretty disgusting. But nonetheless, guys, we got a lot of stuff happening here. Now, Vitalik came up with an article today. I'm gonna put it in there. It's on from our favorite Cointelegraph crew. Um, Basically, along the lines of like, we should not be buying into what politicians say, just simply because they are now all of a sudden pro crypto, guys. All right, Trump is a prime example. Even though Vitalik didn't basically, guys, you guys know where to get any hair plugs? My hair's looking weird. Basically, Vitalik is basically saying we should not be buying into politicians simply based on their pro crypto stance. And I couldn't agree more with this. And I've been talking about this and hitting at it all week on the channel. But we really haven't addressed it other than this crazy guy on YouTube that's sniffing his own farts. So Vitalik came public yesterday, guys. He's gone on record here, and he's basically said, let me pull out what he said here. So guys, if you're not subscribed, check us out here. We sniff our farts on Monday through Friday. If the politician is a pro-crypto today, but they are the type of person that is either very power-seeking themselves or willing to suck up to someone who is, then this is the direction that their crypto advocacy may look like 10 years from now. And what that means is, guys, is that if we buy into what they're saying now, the reality might occur 10 years from now. That might be the reality we do not want in crypto. Let me give you an example. This article also talks about the ability for a politician or a president to talk about not only self-custody, guys, but are we going to be able to trade our coins and what the privacy factor is there? Because a lot of people don't realize, like, that's great, self-custody is great. Trump can sit there and self-custody, I'm for self-custody and motivate all these people that have all their Bitcoin in a wallet. But that doesn't really address the problem of how we trade coins. Because even if you're in a wallet and you do a swap or you use a crypto centralized exchange to trade your coins, that's a problem because we're having to give out information. We're having to execute that trade on a centralized exchange. And then Vitalik goes into talking about privacy, this, that, and the other. And basically, like, they're not, the politicians and the presidents, if they've had this switch, a big of a switch, and he didn't mention Trump specifically, guys, but this was on the 17th. And basically, what happened the 17th, there was something that happened. It was the Republican nominee convention or whatnot. So the timing of it, they don't always talk a specific person. But I think we can all realize that Vitalik is addressing President Trump because 2021, you guys have seen the What is Bitcoin Cash video I made back, the short video. I mean, the whole thing is there. What we were talking about was true, was President Trump said Bitcoin and crypto was a scam. And now all of a sudden he's coming out with Trump cards and butt humping Bitcoin. So my point is, guys, is we don't need to focus too much on what these politicians are saying. We need to focus on what they are doing at specific times. All right. So they're obviously, they're not sitting in an office sniffing their fart, but it smells a little like bullshit, guys. You feel me? It feels a little like bullshit. So it's like all of a sudden Trump is all pro crypto. Why? Because he's trying to earn your vote, guys. He's trying to get your vote for the presidential election that's coming up. So we've seen this in other countries too. Look at El Salvador. Like, whoa, that was a great idea. Holy shit, let's give everybody a Lightning wallet and then let fucking everybody get confused, and then we'll just keep all the Bitcoin and use it as a centralized node. That's kind of different from the application of what Trump's doing. But let's just put it in focus that this was the same gentleman that was talking a couple years ago about crypto being a scam. All right, so back when we were hitting an all-time high. So my point is, guys, is I'm not a liberal, okay? Don't get your panties in a wad. I'm not a libtard like everybody thinks. I don't care for either one of these political parties, all right? Because they're both full of shit. And if we go back and we look at what they've said, done, and basically, you know, their track record. I mean, goddamn, look at what Trump did. Look at that thing with the casino that he opened up back in the 80s, where he basically dumped his fucking stock, and basically knew he was going to fuck everybody over, but did so so he wouldn't fuck himself over. So would a lot of people do that in the same situation? Probably, but if you read into some of this stuff and you do a little bit of digging, you'll start to find out that these people that are, you know, dressed in suits and ties and you know, telling you one thing, they're really not in the best interest of crypto people. So the best thing for crypto people would be is if a presidential candidate would come and talk about the privacy and the aspects in regards to privacy when it comes to trading coins, right? Because if I'm trading a coin and I have my Bitcoin in a non-custodial wallet, yet I'm having to give out my KYC to make a trade for another token, that ain't gonna work, guys. That's the whole reason we've seen a fucking deflection from the government being pro DEX, right? That's why all the governments, they don't want DEXs, because with DEXs, we don't need to give KYC to make a trade. Unfortunately, Uniswap, you guys are on your own on that. I'm not the biggest fan. It's the only one out there really that's big though, right? Drop it in the comments if you guys know another one. But I'm just making this video, guys, as a forewarning for people that are now all of a sudden just wanting to vote for someone basically because they're pro crypto. So we saw an Asian dude last presidential election be pro crypto, and I didn't see everybody jumping around him. I don't remember his name. I don't remember the guy's name, but my point is, guys, is we need to look at timelines here on the channel on why people are saying certain stuff, and basically there's a reason they want your vote. That's all this is. That's all this is. Trump doesn't care about self-custody and being able to trade coins. Let's focus on that, trading coins in a non-custodial way. And then secondly, he sold all his Ethereum on those Trump card things. So you know, he must not be that pro crypto, or maybe he would have held it and he'd be up more than when he sold. So drop it in the comments, guys. Let me know. Not trying to offend anybody, you know, with their political stance or whatnot. I'm just trying to point out the fact that a lot of times these politicians lie. They say certain things just to push their agenda. And then we're all sitting there fucking buying into it, eating the dog shit, sniffing our own farts, getting a little high on our own supply, and we're not making the right decision for the community and or ourselves. So just think about it, guys. Let me know what you think about me sniffing my own farts and talking about these type topics.